What's up, everybody? Coach Crystal here, and I'm here with the amazing Monica Brant. She is going to run me through an awesome workout. What are we doing today, Monica?
Okay, I'm very excited because I love sharing about glute activation.
Oh, yes.
So I know a lot of people think, they work out their glutes, but, squats or deadlifts, which can target glutes, right?
Right.
But there's so many other things that are a little bit, in my opinion, a little more effective, so that when you go back to do some of those bigger movements, you actually use your glutes correctly through the whole movement.
Right, awesome.
So I like to start with some things that are kind of a dynamic movement. I come from a sprint background, and I started this crazy learning about glute activation through my first official track coach in my 40s. When I started running for the master's track. And he was a fan of mine, even brought my cover out, wanted me to sign it, but he told me after he started watching me work with him the very first time on the track, he's like, I hate to tell you this, but you have very weak glutes. And I was like,
oh, interesting.
What? Because I've been known for my glutes for 20
right.
years. I'm like, what does that mean? But I was coachable, and he shared, over time, he started showing me, and then I started practicing what I needed to, start learning to activate glutes.
Awesome.
And not just for a workout, but for lifestyle.
For everything. All right. Yes, it's very important. So you just get them activated and then work them out. So essentially you're...
So, and it's really, so we got to think about the glutes really quick, is largest muscle, right, of our body.
Yes. Yes.
And it's on the back side of our body, not the front.
Right.
So what does that mean? It's supposed to push us through life, right?
Gotcha. Yes.
Not slug us back, right? So it's learning how to get the glutes activated, first of all, which is hard for people. And then usually hard for people. Yeah. And then learning how to use them in everyday life. And then also for exercise. And of course, walk, jog, sprints,
just anything.
I think the jog would be like a little slow jog. That would be the hardest for me
to activate the glutes. Yeah,
like it's not real active.
You have to think about it a lot more.
Well, it's just the movement itself is not real athletic.
Right.
You can make a walk athletic. You can make a run like you would do. Since you're a sprinter, like a 400 or an 800, that type of run, you can use your glutes really effectively in that. But that little pokey jog, this is not very athletic.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Sure.
So I have a question for you before we get started.
Okay.
Are you engaging your glutes right now?
I am not until you said that, and then I got excited. So at all times we should engage the glutes. All right. Okay. Good to know.
So I just want to take you through a little. This is what I do with a lot of my clients, and if I do any kind of training seminars or anything, I walk women through this, because before you ever go touch weights or exercises that would include a glute exercise, you gotta know how to use them, and then you gotta know how, when you're using them in a standing position, how does that feel, and how does that feel in your body? Because it does make a difference, and then it can protect your feet and your ankles and your knees and your hips.
So just lock
all the way up.
In. Okay.
Yeah.
So
let's. Okay. So just kind of shake everything out. You're not
get
really.
These glutes activated.
Yes, you're not. Okay. So I just want you right now, first of all, to just put your hands on your hips.
Okay.
And I want you to push your hips forward.
Cool.
Okay.
Got it.
Okay. Now push them back. Push them forward.
Okay.
And back.
Okay.
So you know how to do that.
Yeah.
Okay. Side to side. Side to side. Moving.
Okay.
Okay. Circles. I know. Just
goofy stuff.
Just goofy. And the other direction.
Okay.
Yeah, like if you were going dancing, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you can move your hips.
Right.
So a lot of people can't do that. A lot of people, you say push your hips, and they're like,
their knees go forward.
Right. And I watched, your knees were a little bent.
Yeah, probably.
Because I didn't tell you first. I just wanted to see. I want you to just, first of all, lift up in your sternum, nice tall through your sternum, shoulders kind of back and down. So squeezing right through here.
All right.
Pulling those shoulder blades together. Just a little bitty movement. I always say, put your hands like this. Touch right between my shoulder blades. Okay, you feel this?
Yes.
Okay, so that's the movement of our shoulder blades. It doesn't have to be this big thing, right? It's just this little thing. It holds your sternum back up. Everything's now proper alignment up here. Chin's up and back, because we're all like bent over, right? Yeah. Okay, so now I just want you to take your hips, push them forward. Okay, you're going to gently engage your quads. Okay. Just gently. Okay. Make them active, make them feel strong. Okay. And I just want you to, and your abs kind of naturally contract.
Right, yes.
It's not like we're like, we're not trying to pull them in, but they just naturally kind of contract. I want you to just feel how that feels real quick. Just take a minute, or not a minute, maybe 30 seconds.
A few seconds.
But just feel your body right now. Feel from your neck down either your sternum, through your core, your low back, glutes.
Straight.
Yeah. Feel through your quads.
Okay.
They should be just slightly engaged, and your glutes are pushed into position.
So you engage your glutes always.
I try. And this is a process. This is a process.
Right.
So brushing my teeth, I stand up, brush. I don't just like, you know.
Yeah.
Doing dishes, cooking.
Okay.
Standing, talking.
Right. Yeah. So just always engage.
If you have this, and I don't want to just go over this, but I want to, since I'm a little emphatic about this, if we start doing this while we're just standing or doing something where we're at a standstill, then you start putting that mind to muscle, and it starts literally learning how to connect.
Yeah, so the mind-body connection.
Yeah, because if we're trying to go do a sprint and we need our glutes to work, which is the only way to sprint well, and they don't know how to function in a standstill,
activate,
how are we ever going to use them for something important, or squats or deadlifts or whatever?
Like a lot of sense.
You can't really feel it.
Right.
Now I call this walking with a purpose. So walking with a purpose. Feel the movement you have pushing you forward. So the next thing that this happens, when you're doing this and you're activating, we're pushing. Now you're not pulling with your hip flexors, your hips and quads incorrectly.
Gotcha.
How many people have tight hips?
A lot of people.
Incorrect hips. And then they, over time, if they have incorrect hip movement, or not correct hip movement, or none, like no flexibility in their hips. This is why people are all getting hip replacement surgeries. It's because the circulation is not correct. So these are just walking kicks. However, we're going to activate glutes through it. Okay. So we're going to take a couple steps in between.
Okay.
Now, the leg in front is not the important one.
Okay. It's behind.
It's what we're doing with the leg we're standing on.
Okay.
So it can be done flat-footed, and your leg doesn't have to come up too high. It can come up whatever flexibility, and I always get more flexible as I do more.
Okay.
So sometimes I do 100 of these. I'll do sets of 20, 20, 20, 20.
Okay.
So like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. But we obviously have a little space here, and this is just for you to try it. So, so when I'm kicking, I'm squeezing the glutes. So I'm going to squeeze here, and I'm not going to let my hip pop out.
Okay.
Okay. So the main thing is that engaging that glute. So we can even just start right here. Engage, engage.
Okay.
Engage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Give it a try.
Yep.
Okay. So engage. Wow, it does make a huge difference.
Yeah. And as a sprinter, make sure you keep your feet flexed the whole time.
Flexed.
So here.
Oh, flexed. I was pointing. Okay.
Right? Because we want that foot to come right back to the spot where it would be a strike off to take off again. Use opposite hand.
Opposite.
There you go. Yeah. Take your time. You want to be able to squeeze it, engage it.
Ooh.
That's good.
1, 2.
There you go. Yes. Let that leg come down swiftly, and keep the foot flexed. Yeah. So left, right, come up through, step through. Left, right, come up, step through. So I'm trying to get my upper body all the way up.
Okay.
Nice and tall, and I'm using glute hamstring to pull myself up, but also to balance here.
Okay.
On that way up. Step.
Okay. Try. All right. So
Seems
down.
like simple stuff, right?
Left, right. Come up, step.
Yeah. Try to let that leg come through as a second one as a step, and slide through. Yep.
Oh, okay.
And use a hamstring to pull yourself up. Keep those feet flexed.
Whew. Okay. Oh.
Yep.
So then maybe this. Whew. Okay.
Feet flexed at the top too. Don't point your toes.
Oh, yeah. Keep pointing. Okay. Okay. Interesting.
Yeah. Okay. We're gonna try those going back. So not bad. So let's see how close you can get to keeping your hands to your feet.
Okay.
Okay. So, and that leg straight.
Okay.
Straight up, all the way up. Straight, straight, all the way up.
Okay. Hands close.
Yeah.
Straight first.
So this is a flexibility.
Okay.
It's a dynamic stretch.
Whoop.
Dynamic, because we're movement through it. Yeah. And then use your upper back and your hamstring to pull your body up. Okay. Yeah, so when you're coming up, watch. Here, come up here.
Okay.
Yeah, so don't be afraid to engage your lats to help pull yourself up. Yeah.
Okay.
Good. You see how this stuff will warm me up, right?
It does, yes.
Yes, I love it. The next thing we're gonna do is I call it a modified walking lunge. Because my nickname's Mo. I made that up too.
I like it. Modified.
Okay, anyways, enough of the goofiness. Okay, so there's so many different lunges, right?
Right.
So many different walking lunges.
Yes.
Like,
different variations.
Yeah, and so this is just a variation to, again, activate glute, open up hips. Okay. Warm us up, because the walking lunge is one of the best exercises before you do any sprinting or I believe anything, honestly.
Okay.
Like, I just think it's one of the best exercises ever, but it needs to be done correctly.
Of course.
Hence the knee always, in my opinion, behind the laces. Never want that knee shooting out over. I'm sure you're familiar. And just for the viewers, so I know you already know this, I want you to put your leg here as if you were taking a walking lunge step, and I want you to bring your knee out over your toe. Feel that, right? And exaggerate it, because most people, when they do these wrong, they do it like that. Right. Feel that knee? It's really, it's tight. Okay, so now
all the pressure goes on your knee.
So come back, and now you're gonna be just behind the laces, slightly, where you should still be able to see your laces if you look down. There's no pressure on your knee. So viewers, please start doing this. And the only reason that people, they number one don't know, but normally why people go over like that, their quads are weak. Right. They're not strong enough to do a walking lunge correctly, in my humble opinion. So what I do is I focus on to try to get people strengthened in their quads and really focus on their glutes in the walking lunge, is I modified it. So come down with me here. Okay. And we're gonna focus, not going down very low. This is not about how low we can go, okay? And I'm not real warmed up right now, and my legs are a little tight because I did legs yesterday, so legs are a little tight, but this will help. So we're gonna stand looking down. You should be able to see your lace, right? Your knee looks good. Now we're focused on this back foot, back leg. And I'm going to ask you to straighten that back leg. Yes. There we go. And engage the glute. Got it. So your glute should be pushed forward. Yes. Your hip flexor, you should feel stretching. And then your leg, you're thinking about lifting the back of your knee right here up to the sky. So now we're going to take this and go through the movement, okay? So I'll show you a couple. Okay, I'll watch you. Yeah, so we're going to have runner hands because that's what we do here. Okay. And we go down. I'm not going down too far, because all I'm doing is focus on this. Activating the glutes. I'm focused on trying to get that leg straight. Okay. Pressing up through the knee, engaging the glute, opening the hip. So it's not about that front leg, but it's still in proper position. Okay. Okay. So it's just a movement like that, nice and slow. Okay. So the modified walking lunge. Okay, modified. Okay, so start off in the lunge, activate the glutes. Yep, that leg's activate the quad. That looks good. And then up. Yep. Come into the other. Yep. Same thing. Right away. Activate and make sure that you so activate here. Yeah, there quad. You go. There we go. Up. The front foot, press through your heel. Good. Yeah, so nice and straight through here. You're engaging here, and you're feeling some stretch here, I'm assuming. Yes, ma'am. Good. And quad. Yes, the quad's the last one. That quad is that last little bit that gets that leg straight. Keep the foot flexed. Good. There it goes. Flex that toe. When you're landing, try to keep that foot flexed all the way down. Yeah. Good. Nice. Pretty legs. Thank you. Such pretty legs. Good. It's just a knee lift here. Okay. And a strong active leg that we're standing on. So when I take that step, I'm activating. I'm going to step into squeeze up all the way up and straight. Has to be straight. Step, squeeze all the way up, straight. Step all the way up, straight. It's kind of hard to do them slow. Lose balance. Yeah. Now you'll notice though, when you've got this really tight and your glutes are like firing,
Activated.
your balance is going to be on
You're
point.
secure and all locked
Yeah,
in.
because your hips are in line.
Right.
You're stepping in line. Your bones are lined
Okay.
up. Your spine's correct.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. So
That makes sense. Okay. So squeezing the glutes.
Yep. And this is about this leg.
This leg.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you're lifting here and kind of like, hey, yeah, bringing this knee up
Right.
to, you know, get some flexibility
that.
there. But it's about this.
Strengthen.
Get that leg straight. Yes. Get that glute and leg. Yes. You can feel your hip go.
Yes, you
fall
do.
into place. You can literally feel your hips falling into place.
Yes.
Nice.
I like it. Okay.
So then there's another, I know everyone's probably been doing these, but we're going back down to this short stance.
Right.
Okay, you can do it, people can do it on their knees if they're a beginner, right? Or here, and then you can always add any kind of upper body to it as well. But it's basically, again, tucking the tail.
Tucking hips.
Yeah, right? And then you would hold it, or you would do series of reps, right?
Okay.
Okay, have you done this before?
No, I have not.
Oh,
interesting.
Awesome, a new one.
Okay, so here.
So let that back knee can bend. Yep, not too. Yeah, you start on the
Might
ground.
start on the
That
ground?
way. If you're showing
Okay.
someone and they can't stay up in the position, you know
Gotcha.
this is the start
And
position.
then you just pull your hips
Yeah, so
forward.
remember it's this whole tuck in the glute. So you really want to show someone the exaggeration of it.
Okay.
Because if you just like here and just barely, a lot of people
Right.
may not know how to do that. I don't know what kind of people you work with, but
Yeah.
if it's someone that really has never done this, you want to show the
Yes.
exaggeration of
Okay.
that.
So you're.
Yep, and then remember opposing muscle groups. So now we're
Right.
open.
Yes.
Right here, without pushing too much farther, it may be enough for somebody.
Right.
If someone's
Right.
limber or they have some flexibility,
come a little
then
more
you
forward.
can push through.
Okay.
And it can be a solid push here, or it can be a back,
And
forward,
forward.
and then push.
Back.
So you just kind of walk through.
Okay.
And then I actually like to kind of bend,
This way.
open it, and then do the same thing.
Okay,
So I get a
yeah,
little
that
bit
is
of
a
different
big
stretch
difference.
in there.
Okay.
Okay. Now we gotta do the other
side.
Make sure we're
Other
balanced.
side.
Yeah.
Make it even.
Maybe, yeah. So
Okay,
engage
so-
the glute,
Okay.
open up, and then so for instance, this one,
Mhm.
I was facing you. I'm gonna open this up a little bit, and I'm gonna push through
Good.
here.
Okay.
So I ride a lot of horses.
Right. So you
So these
the tight.
always
yeah.
tight through there.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. Now try the one where you kind of lift it off the ground in a short lunge.
Here.
Yeah. So
Tuck forward.
yeah, you can bend this leg a little bit more. So maybe take a shorter stance.
Okay.
Bring that leg up, and now bend this knee.
Oh, okay.
Bend it more.
Oh,
There
right.
you
So
go.
you can see a lot more
Yep.
activation.
Now you're kind of coming up and down.
Oh, stay
It's
down.
just right here. It's in the
Yeah.
hip. Only this hip. This is going to be a lateral hip movement. 'Cause
Okay.
It's important to have all different directions for our hips to go, right?
Yes.
Okay, so this one I like to start here and go back, and then I'm just trying to rotate that hip, right? Now on the same token, this is engaged, and then this is engaged. I'm not focused on this very much, but I'm trying to engage it at the same time.
Okay.
It helps with balance and just a little extra work. So I'm gonna come here, back, hip, hip. So it's kind of just this movement. And if you can go lower, hip, hip, or if we cannot touch the ground.
Ooh, now she's getting fancy.
I did that yesterday. So try it with the ball first. And again, it's just trying to get that hip to go like this.
Okay. So I come
Yep,
down
just balance on that is fine.
this leg.
Yep, and then you're just trying to lift and then lower with the leg
And
still
then
up.
stand back up.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, keep the leg up while you're doing it. Lift and lower. Yep, that's okay. It's different.
Yeah, having to.
Well, it's really different, and it's very challenging.
Yes, it
So-
is. Yes,
so-
it's a little challenging.
It doesn't maybe look like it, but
You make it
is.
look easy.
Yeah. So the hips, we don't do a lot with our hips like this.
Right.
Make sure.
So
do one
single
more.
leg.
Yeah. It's just lifting up and closing that. So try the other leg.
Okay.
Do 4 on the other leg now. Because one will be easier than the other.
All right, the one that's used to balancing.
There you go. That's
Okay.
So remember, it's
There we go.
yep, up, down, up, down. Yes. Better.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I like
I'm
this
getting
one.
the hang of it.
Yeah. Now go back to the other one.
This
See
is good.
if it's any
Okay.
Go
See
back
if
to
it's
the other
different.
side.
All right.
Good.
Getting used to it. I like these,
right?
though. Yeah, they're
So,
great.
There's another one we can do just right off the walls.
Okay.
It's a similar, but this is probably a little bit easier than that piece. Has a similar movement through the hips. So again, we're asking these hips to move laterally as opposed to forward and backwards. And here I'm going to end up working all of this up to this part, all of this outer glute area. Now I'm also engaged and I'm engaged because I don't want a bent leg. I want a straight leg. So straight leg is really important. We don't do straight leg enough. People don't straighten their legs, extend their legs because we're sitting on, everything's always tight. So this is just for balance. I mean, you could do it here as well. We just want to lift, push out, lift up, push out. So,
seems easy enough.
Yeah, so
try maybe on the wall.
Look for do 12, 15.
Okay. So
you can actually feel them because the first few may not, but after you get up in the reps, you'll be like, okay.
See that.
Now the other thing is, I like while you're doing that, I like to be on my feet. We can do a lot of these kind of things on the ground, but then we're not as athletic. Athletes should be on their feet,
straighten all the way through.
because then you're actually using your body correctly, as if you were going to be using this, because this will help in different movements that we want to do.
I like this. Okay, I have to make it even.
Did it start burning a little bit?
It did. Yeah. I like that.
And one side's going to be easier than the other. Inside leg.
Oh, it's the inside. That's right. So we come up. There we go. Okay.
Yeah. And I want you, while you're doing this, just focus really quick on all of this area. Okay. Tighten, and just feel it. And then chin up a little bit. Yeah. Just feel it.
Oh, I feel it.
And then push your hip out. Push your hip out. Let it come out. Yes. And now go up.
Right.
Push it out. Push it out. And now up. Okay. Push it out one more. Yeah.
All right. It's a huge difference. You feel your body literally come all the way straight.
Be burning a little bit. Start burning.
Oh, it does.
Keep doing more. Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I feel it.
I'm feeling
nice
it.
and warmed up.
Okay. I'm going to show you how I like to do leg swings.
Okay.
And then what I do if I'm going to, anything that you're going to do leg swing on a wall or whatever, if you're doing forward, backwards, always have it your inside leg, not your outside.
Okay. Always the inside.
Yeah. And I like to keep my foot flexed. Again, glutes, quad, strong, active leg. I don't want to be like, I see people doing these like just all sloppy all the time.
The whole
I'm
body moves.
Yeah. I can't fix everybody. But just let this arm go. Try to touch the outside of your foot. Okay? And just really allow the momentum to push through. Okay. But you want to like swing it. Don't just, But the first few, you want to maybe kind of get warmed up into it. And as you start feeling like I can do a little more, let the momentum become a little bit more empowering. Okay. Okay, so you're going to do, I like to do 20. Okay. But for time's sake, we can just do 10. And then what you're going to do is obviously turn around. Remember, the dismount is really important. This is the dismount. Okay. Okay, so you're going to do those, and then you're going to come back and you're going to stand nice and tall again, engaging, and you're just going to lift and stop. Lift and stop, and see without momentum and movement how high you can bring this and how much control you have to do. So I want you to see the difference. Okay. All right. And of course, then you're just swinging inside leg always. Okay. So nice and tall through your sternum. Okay. Engage this glute so everything stays in line here. Okay. And tight here. Good. Got it. Yeah. That way. Yeah. And this arm, backwards, forwards. Okay. There you go. Get some movement through the upper body. And let that arm swing back too. There you go. Open it up. There we go. Yeah, because this is a really great exercise to warm up for anything. Even just in the morning. Your whole body. Yeah. Get myself up and going. And the more you do, the more flexible you start to feel. Absolutely. And your hips will feel beautiful. Yeah. All right. Okay. Make it even. Okay. Engage the glute. Nice and tall. Yep. There you go. Yep. One leg always feels a little bit more limber than the other. Yes. It's all about those hips. Yeah. Good. Now face back this way and just do the movement where you're just pulling that leg up without any, so nice and tall, glutes engaged. I want you to hold it for a second and then touch the floor. So that way you're not, hold it, touch the floor, and actually, you know what you're gonna do is you're gonna take a step, and then back. That way there's no, you have to, you can't you can't use the flowy movement.
Gotcha.
Here. So this should be nice and controlled. Now notice when you're coming up,
I'm moving my.
Only come up to where your glute can stay engaged correctly. If you're forcing it up higher, that means that glute's probably not staying engaged, so it's a lot lower.
Okay.
This isn't about how high you can make it. It's just about making sure every rep feels correct.
Okay. All right. I like that.
Those are hard, aren't they?
They are. It activates a lot.
Yeah. So nice, strong through here. Tuck the tail, engage the quad, leg is straight. There you go. That's it. Yeah, nice and strong. Push through that flip up, nice and controlled. Exactly. That one looks a little easier for you.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Good. And then with the next one we'll do is a side to side.
Okay.
So here.
Okay.
So same thing with the arm movement. Okay.
Looks like a dancer.
I know, right? Yeah.
Sprinters and dancers.
Sprinters. Well, sprinting is a dance on the
is.
track. Okay, so then we take it from here and sideways.
Keeping your.
So we could do this on the ground, but we're not as athletic.
Right.
We're not really learning how to use the leg we're standing on correctly if we're laying on the ground.
And this is.
However, some people may not be able to do it on, they may only be able to come up to here too. Lateral is really tough for a lot of people because you just don't do it a lot in life.
No, this
it's like geometry.
Opposite.
Who uses geometry? But in school, it's hard. So remember, get yourself correct first and then do the movements.
Activated.
Yeah, exactly. And you only come to these you just come to the side. Remember, no movement. I'm sorry, you are doing the movement this one, right? Yeah, you haven't done the movement yet. Keep the chest up, eyes up, chin up. Exactly. And as you do these more, your leg will have more pendulum swinging. I know, it's hard to get the glutes to stay where they need to, right?
There we go.
Yeah. That's it.
Okay.
I always say little ones count.
Yeah.
Because little ones
count
done
more.
enough become
little
a little more active.
Okay.
A little bit stronger. We gotta do that.
Yeah, they're like, yes, have to keep it even.
And then I'm not sure what our time is, but I mean, I could go on and on and on, but we have a life.
Okay.
Someone's got something else to do, I'm sure.
Have to get my.
Yeah. Oh, I can't wait to see you next time when you're doing these for a
Oh,
while.
I'm
let me
so
show you my
excited.
leg swings.
Yes.
Chin up. It's all right.
With the purpose. Always with the purpose.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
It's nice straight spine. We just think we have our chin down so much throughout life.
True.
Right?
Very true.
Yeah.
Okay. I can feel it burning this whole time.
So now you could take these again on the ground line on your side, which is fine to do if somebody can't stand and do them.
Okay.
Right? But they can get stronger and stronger, and then you start little baby
more
steps.
range of motion, I feel like, too.
Now you're standing up, you're learning how to use this leg correctly that you're standing on, and actually it's being
and you take
strengthened.
It with you.
Yeah. So all of this is meant to strengthen you. When I go to the track, before I do a track workout, I do about a 30 to 40 minute warm up, which includes this plus a lot of other stuff too, which we could come back and do more.
Yes.
Maybe we can make it to track sometime.
That'd be great.
It'd be fun to go show you some track stuff. But so hopefully you'll take these. We did walking kicks. We did upside down walking kicks. We did modified lunges. We did the ball. I don't know what you call those lateral kind of hip movement engagements. We did the
like kickbacks almost.
Yeah, kickback with the hip
with a twist.
Hip lift.
Yeah, there you go. Hip lift.
Hip rotation.
Yes.
We did the wall hip lifts.
Yes.
Okay. And did we do anything else? I'm just trying to make sure I remember what all we did.
Walking kicks.
Yeah. Upside down, modified.
Yeah.
Just trying to remember.
We got we did
got a lot of
good
good stuff. So enough for you to take and try.
Yes, absolutely. Take try, spread. Thank you so much for sharing
be sure that you share these.
Oh, absolutely.
You can give me credit once or twice, and then after that, it's
absolutely give you credit.
You can be like, these are my crystallized walking lunges. Ooh, that sounds kind of good, doesn't it?
Crystallized
Crystallized walking lunges.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, that's good.
All right, it was fun.
Yes, that was fun. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
This lady's amazing.
Yeah. Thank you. Thanks for letting me share.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thanks, SixPack.
Yes, I hope you all learned something. Be sure to share, like, subscribe to this video, and click on the notification button. That way you're aware anytime we put out something new. Thanks, guys. Y'all have a good one.